Yeah, good evening, beautiful people. How we doing? Are we all good? It's the weekend. We all get excited, don't we, when the weekend comes? What's there to get excited about, mate? I tell you what, there's everything to get excited about. I don't want none of you getting down and depressed. And listen, if any of you, and I mean any of you, we've lost a few people of the last few weeks that have got depressed and they've killed themselves. Let me tell you, if ever you getting suicidal thoughts, just you let me know. You message me, and I'll have a chat with you. Do me a favour, don't take your own lives. All right, do not take your own lives. There's always someone that's going to listen. There's always someone going to offer you that little bit of support. Please, 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 don't take your own lives. It's so sad. A few of my friends recently have killed themselves. It's terrible. It's disgusting. So what I want to do is I'm going to take you back into history, ladies and gentlemen, just this little second. I'm going to take you back to Victoria, I do believe. Queen Victoria. It would it? No, it wouldn't have been Victoria. Oh, no, it was. I'll tell you what it was. It was Victoria in when the old Spanish flu was about. She was, wasn't she? I was going to say the plague. It wasn't. It was the Spanish. I think it was the Spanish flu. I'm going to show you this. Let me just get rid of the cobwebs. Cobwebs are gone now. This, okay, this is a proper 100% silver. Get a cobweb off. Don't look at me, I'm a pikey. 100% silver. I do need to polish it. The missus says I should always be polishing my jewellery. This was, I don't even read it. This is from my great grandfather and grandmother. This is, if I can read it, this is from, I'll tell you who this was from. This was from my dad's mother's dad. And he came over to England in the mid 1800s, late 1800s on a steamship from Italy. And the surname was Cavalli. Okay. And they come from a very old place in Italy that you can't find now. And you're going to think I'm making this up, but I'm not. It's called Penne. All right. You can't find it. It's a very old village called Penne. You know what I'm saying? It's changed its name, but that's where they come from. The point is this. This is 100% silver. If you drink an old silver, it's natural antiseptic, kills all viruses, this, that, the other. I'll be careful I don't say the Maxine word on here today. So the point is this. During the Spanish flu, when the Spanish flu was about, I think it was Victoria was on the throne then. I'm not talking about the WC. The royals isolated themselves from everybody else. All isolated. Yeah, born with a silver spoon. That was my great-grandmother and grandfather bought me that, and my dad gave it back to me about 15 years ago. Silver is cheap. Silver's beautiful. Born with a silver spoon. Silver filings, Gary. How you doing, Squire? I have an ounce of silver in my wallet, a Lion King in God we trust. I've got quite a few silver coins, actually. 100% sterling silver. So the point is this. The royals isolated themselves from society. All right. Now, a lot of people reckon that when the Spanish flu, I'm trying to think what they called it, but there was quite a bad thing about when Victoria was on the reign. Because I remember seeing Victoria and Albert start having little flusters about it. And what they did, they isolated themselves, and not many of them got ill. Why? Because they was eating with solid silver, sterling silver, and they're getting the nanoparticles of silver in their body. That's what they were attributed to. Now, the point I'm getting to is that this week and last week we've had quite a few little sporting semblances. All right, we've had Wimbledon start, and we've had obviously England playing Germany and giving them a right crack in the ribs the other day with a 2-0 result. And I quite like watching the England football team play. I do, because I love my country. I love the people. It spurs me on. I just wish we had the energy from all the sporting fans and chucked it into the things that we do. That would just be off the radar and off the charts. But the point is this. William and Kate was at the football with their child. I don't even know what the kid's called. I don't know what William and Kate's child's called. I think it's their child. But I'm thinking, if there was a deadly thing going on, they wouldn't be there. No one in the crowd wearing a mask. No one at Wimbledon. Nobody at Wimbledon wearing a mask. No one. But yet you can't go and see your granny at a nursing home. Unless, and then you go shopping and they've got these perspex screens and they're protected from this perspex screen that's in front of you, which is like a 3 foot postage stamp. And they truly believe in their own minds that this thing ain't going to go round the sides, over the top, just coming over. And then they handle everything on your trolley, don't they? You get it off, you go and do your shopping, don't you? You go round all the aisles, you get all your shopping, you put it in the thing, you go round and then you get it off, you put it on the conveyor belt. And if you go to Aldi's, I mean, that stuff, they're throwing it off the other end so quick, you ain't got time to bag it up. They say, no, take your bags over there and do it. They're just throwing it off. There's stuff flying everywhere. You go, what the? They're fast. And then they go, oh, we don't take cash. Yeah, we might catch this off you. Hang on a minute. Hang on. I look like Dave Allen, don't I? Sat me old child. I just need a cigarette and a glass of whiskey. What do you mean? Yeah, no, might catch. But I've handled everything that someone in your shop has put on the displays, in the freezers, yeah, and all that. And then so I've handled stuff that they've handled and been in transport and all this and that. And then I've put it on the conveyor belt and then you've just passed it all the way through. And then I've handled it again, put it back in the thing. But now we're having this conversation about the fact that you can't handle cash, or you think this little perspex screen is going to protect you. I don't understand it. To me, it's just all a little bit crazy. So the point is this. If this was like, I'm pretty sure Her Majesty the Queen, having the knowledge and the wisdom that she is apparently graced with, and I say that tongue in cheek, would surely be saying to her family, oh, stay away from the peasants. Let's lock ourselves away so that none of us get ill. Not seeing it. There's Ed Sheeran and David Beckham and all the royals all sat at the back there. Oh, yeah, no, Mars are high-fiving and loving it, the Sheeran, the Shinzanos. I'm like, you lot are taking a piss. They're taking the right Mickey. Only the ball boys were wearing the mask, see? It's only the peasants that have got to wear it. The peasants must wear it. If you're of a certain social status, if you're below the threshold of richness, you've got to wear one. And I just think it's a complete and a joke. And sorry, I do. And this is the other part as well. You wouldn't need anyone on the TV, the radio, however good looking they are, have a low crop top they've got on, because that's what the girls do, don't they? You get a bit transformed. Do you remember Caddy used to do the weather on the Kent show? Oh, she was fantastic. Caddy, beautiful looking woman. I met her once in real life. I got a bit like, hello Caddy, how you doing? Yeah, she was lovely. So the point is this: you wouldn't need TV, radio, anyone on the news. You wouldn't go out. You'd be seeing all your friends dropping dead, the smell of death in the air, the ambulance is turning up. Can't get and see your GP. Now you try and book up a GP appointment. You try and get into your dentists. Good luck. I hate Aldi and their till area. It's a minefield, mate. It's like going into a war zone. They look at you. Them ones on the cashiers there, as soon as you're loading up that trolley, they're eyeing you up to see whether you're a slow loader or a fast loader. They are. And they think, I'm going to have them now. Bosh, it comes off the other end and they're throwing it along and the bottles of milk are flying everywhere and your chicken breasts are flying everywhere and you're thinking, Christ. And they're looking at you going, oh, dear. My missus got told off about 2 months ago for having her trolley the wrong way round. He went berserker. He went, oh, people like you, make me say, look, you can't even put your trolley round. And she's going, oh, I'm ever so sorry. And she made a point that kept saying sorry. And I think he felt like a bit in the end, he's like, oh, I've pushed my luck a little bit too far. It's a nightmare. And of course, people like me that can't and won't wear a mask, won't have the double jabs, won't have none of this nonsense in this current time period. Why? Do you know why I'm like what I'm like, Leisure? I've got to be honest with you. I walk my own path. and I always have done. And the other thing is, I don't give a fuck what people think of me. I really couldn't care less whether someone likes me, they hates me. I'm not interested. I'm really, really, really not interested. Sure, I like the love, I like the hugs when I see people. That's fantastic, but I genuinely don't care what they think of me. And I lost that a long time ago. For many years, I was like, oh, does my hair look all right? Well, I've never been able to get that gig down. You know, am I looking all right? Do I smell all right? Now I'm just like, I couldn't care. I couldn't care less who I come into contact with. If they like me, they want to hug, we'll have a hug. If they don't, so be it. I don't worry about it. Drainage engineers will have to give the J. Lambada. Can't wait to catch it. Yes, Jesus Jones. Love it to see you, mate. Nice to see you. Massive Action says, breaking news. They just said another variant called the Lambada. How many do they want? Well, you know, next month, the 19th, is all of a sudden it's just going to disappear. Boris has said, oh, the 19th, we're coming out of all this stuff and we're going to go back to the new normal, whatever that is. What is the new where's the new normal? I don't know. Are we going on holiday? Am I allowed to just go and casually get on an aeroplane? Can I just go and pay a few shekels and get out to Benidorm and sun me boobs up? Can I? I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to. And you know what? I don't care, because I won't participate in this, in that nonsense. Can you imagine, right? Can you imagine living in a country where all of us people that think on the same page, we want freedom, we know where we're living, we know all the stuff that goes on. Can you imagine if we all just set up our own little thing and started growing all our own food and all our own produce? Just how great and wonderful that would be, without taxation, without all that other nonsense and fiction that goes on. Just how great we would be as a people. And for me, you know, the mantra of why I do what I do, and I don't really know what I do. I just come in here and talk. That's it. And I communicate with lots and lots of people. And we've been doing it for years. And when I see 2 million people, and now they're saying 3 to 4 million next month, I smile inwardly, because I think to myself, it's people like us that have been getting this message out there, Daddy Dragon, all the others. And people are like, yeah, we like this. We like what these guys are saying. We like what these women are saying. We like these people. This is the kind of world I want to live in. They're now paying attention and they're all coming together. So I sit there and chuckle, because it's manifested. We've made it manifest. Why? Because we've been talking about it consciously. Consciousness is now manifest. It's fantastic. I can upload. I'm not saying that out loud, Gary, you saucy boy. Airing that Adderalls don't come down with the swine flu, staggers me. Well, you ain't got swine flu no more. No, you've got the Delta. You've got the Vindaflu. We got all these different, and I'm just like, what? Really? I won't be. And apparently now they're canvassing. They're going around door to door. Have you had your double jabs? Like, I'm like, I don't want the NHS canvassing at me gate. If I want, I'll call you. You know, and you can't get an operation. Well, my mate, I've seen my mate Scott today, and he's come down from up north with his mother, lovely, with the little Dachshund Pop. He was having a nice little cuddle, and he said, well, Mum can't have an operation unless she does all these tests. And I'm like, do you know what, Scott? What really bothers me is, like, if I put that into a context of what I do, right? I do plumbing, heating, bathrooms, plastering. I do all that. My trade, what I learned, was plumbing and heating. I'm a good plumbing and heating engineer. You won't never get no trouble with stuff that I do plumbing and heating wise. I'm pretty good. Never have no trouble. And the thing is this: if I go into someone's house and they say, right, Dave, yeah, we like it, we want you to do it, and I'll go and do it, that's it. We fulfill both parts of the bargain. I'll walk away happy knowing that they're all right and they've got something nice they can live with for years. But there's no terms and conditions. I'm not someone that's going to whack all these terms and conditions. Now, the National Health Service, whatever it is you think about it, there should be nobody in the NHS doing terms and conditions. The Hippocratic oath that they swore is just to serve and protect life. That's it. So when it's, oh, well, we ain't going to treat you if you ain't done A, B, and C and got the pink banana. Well, what's all that about? When did the National Health Service, which its mantra was free at point of delivery, that's what the National Health Service, which was really good. I always figure like we live in a communist country, and it's whether or not you can see that. You know, we're all competing to be the best. We're all trying to outdo someone else. These are communistic traits. You know, we're not just happy in our own skin, being the greatness and the brilliance that we truthfully are, without caring and worrying about what other people think. That's truly how I live. So I don't see how the NHS, it's like calling the fire brigade. Hello, is that, yeah, my house is on fire. There's flames coming out the chimney. Oh, have you had your jet? No. Oh, we ain't coming out then. Oh, so what am I going to do? We're just going to burn down. Your house is going. Oh, you're not even going to send like a little hose pipe out? No, you can't. We don't like the terms and conditions you're offering. So same with the NHS. Nobody in the NHS should be qualifying you to so that you can have X done or Y done or Z done. It should just be, we're here to serve. We're here to keep you safe, and we're going to do our best just to make sure you're all right. And and I say to the people in the NHS staff, they say, well, we put ourselves at risk. We put ourselves at risk every day. I play with electric. I play with water. I play with fire. I play with all sorts. I'm putting myself at risk every day. But do I care and worry? No, I just get on, I knuckle down, and I get it done. That's it. I just get down, knuckle down, and get it done. Get it jogged on, move on to the next one. But my stuff don't come with terms and conditions, and I find it very frustrating that the National Health and the dentistry and doctors now, it all comes with terms and conditions. Have you had your PCR test? No. Are you going to have one? No. Well, we ain't treating you. Well, Doc, what about the NHS mantra? What about your oath, your Hippocratic oath, And I did this the other week. My missus had a bad back tooth. She broke it a couple of years ago. I don't know, sucking a lollipop or whatever. Maybe the horse gave her a kick in the mouth. I'm not sure, but she got this, and it was rasping her tongue out. And I said, well, go and get it sorted out. Oh, I don't know. And I was like, well, none of us like going to a dentist. I mean, none of us like going to a dentist. Let's be honest. If you like going to a dentist, you must love going to National Health into A&E to get your kicks. You must do. That's where you must get your kicks. Because we know dentists ain't particularly, they're nice people, but we don't like going in and getting in that chair and having all the injections and all that, do we? Let's be honest. Do you like, some people I know do like pain and might like all that. Me personally, I can't stand it. So my missus is going, and I said, she phoned up the local NHS quackery dentist round the corner, and they said, oh, we haven't seen you for 2-3 years. We're not going to, it's going to 6 weeks. Well, hang on. We mean 6 weeks? Yeah, we can't see you for 6 weeks. Not in our books now. No, we can't see you. I'm like, what? Really? Okay. So anyway, the next morning, I can hear her upstairs, like on the wall. I'm like, what are you doing? She's hitting her head on the side of the cupboard to take the pain away. I'm like, oh my days. So like, warp factor 5. I'm like, email out, phone call, voice message. When they're open till 9 o'clock. When they're open till 9. Email. And the email was this. If you're happy knowing that my missus is banging her head up against the cupboard with raging toothache and Lord knows what else, that's fine. Crack on. But I thought you swore an Hippocratic oath to serve people and to make sure they're all right and not in pain and that. So anyway, got an email back saying, we're going to ring her. I said, that's fine. So they got her in at 10:15 and took the tooth out. It's simple to bring these people down to the level. But now I had an email back from them saying, oh, yeah, but we ain't. I said, listen, forget your politics. Forget it. I'm not interested in whether she's been in there to check up, whether you've looked up her bum. I really don't care. The point is this. She needs your help. Are you going to help her or are you going to let her down? They helped her. But then I emailed them after the greatness has happened, and I thanked them very much for what they did, because that's what you have to do. You have to shine on these people, shine so much light and love on them that they're like, oh, we best sort this one out. I don't know whether they think people are taking the mickey. Don't forget, there are a lot of people that go to the doctors because they're just that way inclined, they're hypochondria and that, because it's a nanny state and government's our mummy and daddy now, and we have to do what mummy and daddy says, and we have to suck on their nipple. We have to suck on Boris's nipple because Boris knows best. Yes, Gary Peters, that milk bottle, brother. Yeah, and the donuts. Oh my God. I try not to eat donuts at the minute. And the wine, oh mate, you looks like you're having a party tonight, son. Go on, Jesus Jones. He's doing a little bit of moderating. Gary, if you, yeah, I know you're doing it just for a giggle, but if you're swearing all that in the comments, they won't let it go through because it brings the channel down, and my moderators won't tolerate that, matey. So yeah, try and keep it a little bit upbeat and sporty, son. You know what I'm saying? You'll be just fine. So yeah, it is what it is. But you know, it is. We're living in funny times. So the 24th, I think it is, of next month, after the 19th, when this thing called Independent. Hello, June Gower. Nice to see you, darling. Thanks for tuning in. Why put them on? Don't touch naughty. They're now saying mask wearers, overexposure to mask wearers, you're causing yourself cancers and all that. Mate, honestly. I went out cycling yesterday. As you can see, I've got a bit of a lean, mean. Can you see my lean, mean cycling machine behind me? Yeah, you can. So I'll go out on the road quite a bit. And also, when the weather's bad, I use the office as I've got a rolling road there. And I must have seen 5 masks in the middle of the road, in bushes. And one of these masks was Adidas. All Adidas. And I'm thinking, they're cashing in on this face mark bonanza. And I'm thinking that filthy thing in the middle of the road is more. It's got more bacteria and stuff on it than a cow's udder. We've got to be really careful what we're doing with these masks and discarding of the masks. And to be honest with you, the government, one of the first things they should have done, if this was an absolute true player and a deadly killer, is you would have had your own bins just for masks. The councils would have said, oh yeah, no, because then what we're going to do is we're going to take them away and incinerate them. Because that's the only 100% way of getting rid of bacteria and bad stuff is to burn. Money-making machine with his mask. Absolutely, Jesus Jones. And look, I don't blame the corporations, because if people are as thick as pig shit and they can't see the wall through the, the veil, then of course they're going to get out and buy them, aren't they? And these corporations is going to keep blasting the market with all these new updated things. And I mean, throw away Adidas masks. I mean,